This is our, I don't know how many annual 4th of Julys Dickeyville has done. Many, many before we were born probably. But it's always fun, and it's always good to see a good crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Herb Smith.
From Woodstock Nation to Obama Nation, what a long, strange trip it's been. There have been missteps. There have been mistakes and reversals, but overall our national trajectory remains positive and progressive, and it all began over 200 years ago. We arrive today because the United States of America, as Alexander Hamilton once noted with pride, "Here, sir, the people govern." The people governed because in the late 18th century, patriots, many of them with very long hair, and most of them young, dared to dream. A dream expressed first in community organizing, the committees of correspondence, words, speeches, proclamations, and finally deeds. And once begun, there was never a question of retreat or surrender. From the aching cold at the Valley Forge, to the earthworks of Yorktown, to the Treaty of Paris, all of these made our journey possible. But the American Revolution began with words. The words of Thomas Jefferson, our first liberal Democrat, who wrote with some assistance from Benjamin Franklin and John Adams, the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Imagine reading those words for the first time. Before 1776, all governments served elites. All societies were organized for the benefit of the few, not the many. Call them aristocrats, call them nobles. They came with different titles and different names, but their station was the same. It was, as Mel Brooks told us, good to be the king. The American Revolution changed all that and inspired a world. Other revolutions followed, most bloodier and less successful in relieving the common misery. Still, the impulse of democracy, the people governing fairly, openly, freely, resonates across the globe, most recently in the streets of Tehran and other Iranian cities. Our Dickeyville 4th of July theme honors Woodstock, which was more than a 3-day music festival. Woodstock defined the best of the 1960s, a decade of true change, when idealism and hope flowed as the youth culture blossomed. It was a time when much of the baby boom generation went off to college, and to paraphrase the noted pundit Stephen Colbert, college, like reality itself, has a well-known liberal bias. Actually, it was more than liberal. It was liberating, led by Dr. Martin Luther King, who taught us that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. The Civil Rights Movement produced the passage of the 1964 Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which made us a full-functioning democracy for the very first time.
How many seas must the White House sail before she sleeps in the dark?
Ho, ho, Ho Chi Minh! The NLF is sure to win! Long live the Texas Air National Guard! The NLF is sure to win! Ho, ho, Ho Chi Minh! The NLF is sure to win!
The 60s saw the rise of women's liberation and feminism. With the Stonewall Rebellion 40 years ago, the beginning of the gay rights movement. With Cesar Chavez and the Great Boycott, the Hispanic rights movement. And even the first Earth Day was planned in the late 1960s. As songwriter and singer and the opener for the Woodstock Festival, Richie Havens once said, "The 60s made us a better people," with the exception of Richard M. Nixon.
Remember, antioxidants to fight free radicals. That's what you get with our hippie yippie shake, also known as the groovy smoothie. If that don't wet your whistle, try some of our Sweetwater tea, or maybe some blood, sweat, and beers. You'll love our dairy Reuben. It's the most radical sandwich you will ever have. Served on Sly and the Family stone ground wheat bread. We're talking whole wheat flour power, baby. Liz, give those judges some anti-establishments. Judges, remember, we need your vote and we're willing to buy it.
Take it. Give it to somebody. Pass it on.
Over the years,
Of course, it was not an easy ride, and the dues paid were excessive. John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Bobby Kennedy, all assassinated. But their ideals and their achievements endured in the hearts and minds of many and still resonate today. President Obama has told us, in the unlikely story of America, there is nothing false about hope. And Woodstock Nation was filled with that hope, that someday this United States would emerge from the turmoil, the doubts, and the fears, a much more perfect union. We will always be a work in progress, incomplete and unfinished, but our struggle and our story still illuminates the world. And on this July 4th, in the year of our Lord, 2009, let us reflect and revere those struggles of before. Let us be true to the ideals of the founders, recognizing that despite our imperfections, the United States of America stands, as in the words of Abraham Lincoln, the world's last best hope. Let us keep that hope vibrant. Let us work with energy and intelligence to build and renew that more perfect union.
I got a sweeter song than the bird in the tree. Well, I guess you say you make me feel this way, my girl.
The great French political scientist Alexis de Tocqueville wrote in his masterpiece, Democracy in America, "I sought for the greatness and genius of America in her commodious harbors and her ample rivers, and it was not there. In her fertile fields and boundless prairies, and it was not there. In her rich mines and her vast world commerce, and it was not there. America is great because she is good. And if America ever ceases to be good, America will cease to be great."
Come on, everybody, come on. W-O-R-D. You say W-O-R-D.
My friends and neighbors, it is time again for America to be good. It is time for us to grow great again. Thank you very much.